Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Caitlin Clark Kent is what we should be calling her. She went into the ESPYs, nominated for 3 awards, the most of anybody that night, and she walks out of the ESPYs with 2 awards. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, folks. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. She lost the best women's athlete to Asia Wilson. Coco Gauff was also nominated in that. Do I think Asia Wilson should have won? No. Is this video about that? No. This video is about Caitlin Clark making history. This video is about Caitlin Clark being the first ever. It's very coincidental how ESPN always is on top of things when it's the first ever this, the first ever that, the first ever this, the first ever that. Yet tonight on the ESPYs, in something that is a huge deal, Caitlin Clark's first doesn't get recognized. Yes, she brought home 2 hardwares. Back-to-back best women's college athlete of the year. That's not the history we're talking about, folks. I was scrolling through Twitter and I see a tweet. Wait, Caitlin Clark is the first woman in history to win record-breaking performance at the ESPYs? I thought to myself, first thing, there's no way. There's no way. ESPYs have been on for over 20 years now. There's no way Caitlin Clark is the first woman to win record-breaking performance in the ESPYs, right? And then CT Smith, shout out to you, CT Smith, at ScaryMan42. He went and he listed all of the previous ESPY award winners. Now, folks, I'm not just going to take his word for it, right? I can't just take his word for it. I got to look for myself. So we see Pete Sampras, Tiger Woods, Emmett Smith, Eric Gagne. If we just keep going, folks, what you won't see on this list is a female athlete until you get to Caitlin Clark. Until you get to Caitlin Clark Kent. See, these are the snubs. These are the underlying... I can't believe we forgot that. Our bad. These are the oopsie daisies that happen too often for us to sit back and say, oh, wait, is that really an oopsie daisy? Or did we purposely not mention that? Did ESPN purposely fail to mention Caitlin Clark is the first women athlete ever to win best record-breaking performance? Either she's the first ever to win this award, or she's the first woman to ever break a record that was previously held by a man. Either or, both of those should have gotten talked about tonight, right? Either or, both of those should have been talked about at the ESPYs, right? Instead, that doesn't happen. Instead, we got Serena Williams making terrible jokes, off-color jokes, divisive jokes. We got Serena Williams taking shots at Kansas City Chiefs kickers just 'cause. We have Serena Williams crip walking on stage. Ooh, great. These are awesome. This is really awesome, folks. This is really awesome. We got all that instead of what actually matters, the sport. The real purpose of the ESPY is to celebrate sport. Instead, we get fucking Tom, Dick, and Prince Harry getting awards about service members. But we don't even mention Caitlin Clark being the first women ever to win record-breaking performance at the ESPYs. So what happened? Did that just slip through the cracks? Did the DEI person in charge of that fail to... Did you not hire a woke analyst for the ESPYs? Hey, what are all the woke footnotes that I need for today? What are all the firsts that I need for today? First female to win record-breaking performance. Yeah, throw that out. Get that out the way. Instead, we're going to have a night. First this, first that, first this, first that. And be treated like we're fools. Now, we knew Caitlin Clark would win 2 of these awards easily. We knew she would win the Best College Women's Athlete Award, and we knew she would win Record-Breaking Performance Award. Folks, what I want to share with you, ESPN did do something right, or whoever they hired did do something right. This package that they put together for Caitlin Clark at Iowa is a nice package, folks. Brings back good memories to simpler times, better days. Let's take a look here, folks, and let's enjoy this together, shall we?
And now we're in a whole new ball game.
Here comes Clark. How will she go for history?
Finally.
Maybe the most anticipated game in the history of the sport.
This time it's Iowa.
Perfection for South Carolina. 38 games, 38 wins, and their third championship.
Welcome to the 2024 ESPYs.
Now, that was nice. That is one thing I will say they did good tonight. This intro with the ESPYs, starting off with Iowa, starting off with Caitlin Clark, finishing with South Carolina. That really was the whole story of sports this whole past year, right? If we forget all of the other sports that went on, if we forget about the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes leading them down in the fourth quarter to win the Super Bowl, if we forget that, then we'll lead in with Caitlin Clark, Iowa Hawkeyes, finishing with South Carolina. I thought that was actually a terrifically done package. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. Was this mishap a coincidence, or is somebody at ESPN saying, hey, make sure you don't tell anybody that Caitlin Clark is the first woman in history to win record-breaking performance at the ESPYs? Make sure of it. In fact, if you look at this tweet, people aren't really too happy that ESPN left this out. This is more a comment on ESPN and how they ignored women's sports for so long. All she does is break records. Yep, that's our girl. Folks, the fact that she broke a record about breaking a record is pretty incredible. That is absolutely right. This record is incredibly impressive. The first woman, hold on, Cece's the first woman? Holy crap, now that's elite company. So the first woman to win this award, oh my God, I did not realize this. And no recognition from ESPN or ESPNW. Great company, and looks like first woman to win this award. This is crazy, actually. And this wasn't mentioned at all. This wasn't mentioned at all from woke ESPN and the ESPYs. You would think that something like this would be championed by these goofballs. But the agenda is so strong, the narrative is so strong. On the biggest night in sports, they can't even work up the courage to shine an even brighter spotlight on one Caitlin Clark, and that is the issue. This night's supposed to be about sports, and something as groundbreaking, something as big as being the only woman to ever win this award about breaking records. And she broke a man's record. Folks, if she just broke the D1 women's record, she probably would have won this award anyway. She went on and she broke Pete Maravich's record as well. This is a DEI cocktail right here, except for one major factor. And you guys all know what I'm talking about. This is the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Please, we will be in the venue later tonight. Thank you so much